I wanted to share this. I almost forgot to share this. So there is a gazette that goes out. It's a religious gazette or a newspaper or whatever. It's pretty decent amount of circulation they get. It's in Urdu, so pardon me. I will try to translate as I go along. But have a look at this one. I'm going to read that. So this is page. This called Mahanama Mahasin Islam December 2021, meaning monthly Mahasin Islam December 2021. So this is fresh, like it's very new, just from last week or something. So these clerics have issued in their magazine, or it's a pretty large circulation apparently. Social media ki nayi nasl pe khatarnak asar, meaning dangerous impact on the young generation on social media.
Oh, piss off.
इस्लामाबाद और पाकिस्तान के दीगर शहरों में इस वक्त मुल्हिदीन खुदा के वजूद से इनकारी की तादाद सोशल मीडिया के जरिए तेजी से बढ़ा रहे हैं. I should have translated that before. So they say,
yes.
Okay, so in Karachi, Lahore, Islamabad, and from young atheists of Karachi, Lahore, and Islamabad are spreading doubts about Islam on social media with great speed. और इसका शिकार आम मुसलमान घरानों के 15 से 25 साल के बच्चे हुए. And young Muslim kids of between the ages of 15 and 25 are becoming victims to this atheist propaganda. Social media, bilkhusus Facebook. On social media, especially Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, they have hundreds of accounts. Their sole purpose is to debunk God on the basis of science. Ooh, so they buy that. They know that they can't answer that.
Bring it.
They are making fun of Islam. They're making fun of the life of Muhammad and his wives and various aspects related to his wives. Oh, like the daughter-in-law Zainab, or Maria Kiptia, and sent Hafsa to go away, and then he started boom boom on and what's the other one? Obviously, the age of Aisha, Safiya. There's a brutal one. Javeria, Rehana. Those are sex slaves. Those are tricky ones. Yeah, okay. Well, we're not making fun. We're just explaining your own history. Okay.
How weird that all these stories you mentioned, just like all my friends, like these are casual Pakistani girls' names, Javeria, Rahana. It's so weird.
Well, Pakistani name that came from there.
Yeah.
So, and also humiliating the Islamic scholars. All right. So you're gonna kill us for insulting your freaking scholars as well now? Come on. A lot of them are hiding in Europe and in America, and they belong to various NGOs. Piss off! Stop spreading your conspiracy theories. There are no NGOs behind us.
Such bullshit.
इनके कारकुनान और इनकी तालीमात से इत्तेफाक रखने वाले सैकड़ों लड़के और लड़कियां नौजवानों का राग़िब करने में मशहूर.
Translate, Haris. We're not here for Urdu.
So they have many volunteers who are day and night busy in spreading the message on social media. ये बज़ाहिर मुसलमानों के नाम से account. They on surface they have Muslim names.
They make accounts from different Muslims. Yeah.
Muslim names. They have Muslim names, but intellectually they are atheists. Mm. Their modus operandi is something like this: that they deliberately pick some tricky religious matters. जो साइंस से भी साबितशुदा है, इस तरह ये जहन साबित
which are validated by science.
Which are validated by science. Look at you, mate.
According to
maybe you should do this.
I know, I'm like an Urdu English guru, mate. You have no idea.
It's not that easy. So which are validated by science.
You speak Urdu and I'll translate. Let's do this. Go on.
Okay, let's do this. Let's test your. Okay, so no need to test. You're better at this anyway. तरीका
No, you have to say something.
No. I've already done that. That's what it means.
Okay.
इस तरह ये ज़हन साजी की जाती है.
This is the way they are like brainwashed.
Yes. Oh, so we are brainwashing atheists. Yeah, okay. कि अहकाम दीन सब साइंस से मुताबिकत रखते हैं.
That everything they believe in is correlated with science.
Exactly. और जिस चीज की तस्दीक साइंस कर दे वो यकीनन हक है.
And whatever science proves that they don't believe in is not proven.
No. Whatever science,
Sorry.
and so
Fucked up
basically,
there.
he's telling what atheists do. He's saying that so atheists promote basically. They say that whatever has been validated by science is true. Whatever
Is
science
the
tells
only truth. Okay.
is the only truth.
Which
इसके
is,
बाद
mate.
इसके बाद ऐसे मौज़ूआत को खरीदा जाता है जो साइंस से बालातर है. Ooh, like philosophical one. So then after this, they talk about certain topics that are even above the science. For example, philosophy or something. मसलन वो जो खुदा वही का इल्म वाक़या मिराज वगैरह. For example,
knowledge of God and the journey to heaven on the one
and the revelation.
And the
Or
revelation.
the winged donkey. That donkey,
the winged
he didn't
donkey, mule, whatever it was. And the revelation.
I have humiliated the crap out of Barack, the flying donkey. And it's embarrassing for that Muhammad flew on a donkey. There's some hadith he used to sit on a donkey. That was Ferrari.
No, honestly, Horace, the funniest thing is when Richard Dawkins asked Matthew Hassan, so you believe the Prophet flew on a winged donkey to heaven? And he goes, yes, I do. And Richard Dawkins is just like, I don't know why I'm sitting here right now, mate. Like, why am I even here? Speaking to such a freaking zombie who just has no common sense and rationale.
Yeah, so he's saying that these guys, what's above science, that they make fun of that, or not fun. That they talk about that, such as revelation, prophet's journey, brackets. He didn't write that because it's embarrassing. Flying on a winged donkey, etc.
Farthest mosque, and because I didn't exist then, so look into that. But
also which doesn't which has got to do with the knowledge of the unseen. Yeah, right. Get out of here. Yeah, that's the best defense you're gonna give for the flying donkey.
Legit.
Well, we're gonna keep exploring it. Okay, anyway, जो यकीनन हक है मगर साइंस के दस्तर से बाहर है, which is obviously true, meaning the flying donkey, which is obviously true, but that's outside the domain of science. So he's trying to also put it in. I think the author
will just suspend the laws of nature for your one true God in that one moment. Everything will be suspended and a donkey will fly. Right, guys. Everything against science. That one donkey will fly. But you know what? It's fine, because as Fareed's response says, everyone was probably asleep.
Everyone was probably asleep when Prophet Muhammad split the moon in two.
We were snoring and drooling, and we were all asleep, guys. Nobody was awake.
Is that how Fareed responds? To be honest, I've never watched any of his videos. That guy is so stupid.
I'm just debunking them without even watching them. It's my new series.
No, but I think a lot of people have quoted him. Everyone was sleeping when Prophet Muhammad split the moon. So just like that, everyone was sleeping. Nobody saw him flying on a winged donkey. Anyway, so इसके बाद मामला आगे बढ़ता है, and then after that they take it to the next level.
Shit gets real, guys. Shit gets real is what it's saying.
Then they talk about the private life of our dearly beloved Prophet. In मामलात को गलत they
construe this in a very wrong way.
Yeah,
they misconstrue it.
Yeah, they misconstrue it, or they construe it in a very wrong way. जिनकी वजाहत आम ज़हनी सतह से निस्बतन बुलंद होती है, which cannot be explained by the ordinary people. Like ordinary people can't explain what was Muhammad doing with a 9-year-old girl, or why did he get horny over his daughter-in-law Zainab and force his adopted son Zaid to divorce his wife so he could get his little Willie some action.
Honestly, Horace, just like a 30-second interjector, saying you're making like brilliant points. But on this exact topic, I was listening. I'm not like condoning Christian Prince at all, because he's obviously still Christian and I don't buy into that. But he was debating with a Muslim, and he literally said to him, like, what would you do if you had a wife and your dad started hitting on your wife? And the Muslim was so disgusted. He was like, what? Like, my dad is is a mental guy? Like, what is wrong with him? And Christian Prince was like, no, but if your dad just likes your wife and he wants to sleep with her and he'll ask you to divorce her. And this Muslim guy was like, what do I mean? Like, my dad is like fucking stupid. Like, why though? He would never do this. And he was getting so defensive. And then he got told the story and he literally shat his pants. Like, I'm not like, obviously I'm not here to no,
that's a good point. That's a good point.
But like, it's so true, because I listen to him a lot of the time, guys, because if you're in this line of work, you need entertainment, and Christian Prince is my entertainment because of like just the way he talks. It cracks me up. And when people come to him and Christian Prince is telling a story of like real Islamic history, and a man who is so inherently wanting to defend the Prophet, and he's so disgusted. He's like, my father would be disgusting to hit on my wife. Like, are you crazy? Like, what are you saying? And then Christian Prince turns it onto them and tells them about their scripture. They're dumbfounded. So if that's a strategy, then I'm all for it, because that is just uncovering the life of the exact same things we're saying. Maybe it's not resonating because we're not a Christian man who left his wife to go and, you know, like we don't have those exact fitting circumstances, but this is what happened.
Abdullah Samir made this video on the same point. I'll just quickly share that, and he drew very good parallels with it. And have a look at this.
Still an instructive tale for us.
After 3 weeks in Strong City, it was also time for us to leave. But I sensed an uneasiness in our guide, Jeff. I sat down with him and his wife, Christiana, to talk about an incredible revelation about his dad, the Messiah.
God came down on Michael,
his dad,
and forced him.
To
I mean, it was a terrible, strange act of God.
Michael had made no mention.
What the hell's going on?
Look at this.
I started.
No, I can't. What is going on?
The consummation with Christiana was imminent.
So this guy has claimed
consummation was imminent. Did you hear that?
Yeah. Just listen to this. So he claimed prophethood, same story as Muhammad and Zainab, and he's convinced his son and his daughter that, you know, God wants me to bang you, basically. Yeah.
And I was going to be.
Wait, are you serious? You had incestuous relationships?
What?
So was it just a single occasion? This
Watch the smile.
Consummation?
No, Horace, I don't want to.
It wasn't.
But you consummated more than once.
Yes. Yes.
Why is it
I don't
necessary
want
to consummate more than once?
No, I don't want to hear this.
Yes.
Could you not answer that question yourself?
Has someone put Thug Life music to the back of this? Is someone okay in the head, mate? Is someone alright? There is like, I'm getting gas to the music behind it, but I'm not okay with what's happening.
But look at his smile, though. He's like, so, okay, God was so interested in your sex life. So he thought, okay, so did you consummate it just once? Okay, God wanted it, you did it. Yeah, you sacrificed your dick. You had sex with your son's wife.
Sacrifice your dick. First of all, that's not a thing ever. No.
I know you're getting offended. I'm just taking a piss out of this idiot. We're on the same side, so I'm just saying that how they exploit people. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that is exactly what Muhammad did. I mean, basically, I'm trying to address the people. So why would you not believe this guy? The God came down, as he said. God came down, asked me to have sex with my son's wife. And then I just did it. Okay, so did you do it just once? No, did it multiple times.
Isn't one of the most important things that you and Abdullah Samir, sorry, completely wrong phrasing, Abdullah Gondal discussed the other day was, I mean, honestly, correct me if I'm wrong, because I just thought that anything the Prophet did in that sense was like, especially according to Abdullah Samir, like it was not like out of character for him. Do you know what I mean? Like he was he was a very hypersexual being, as we know.
I don't know. Might be, but might not be. But so him having epilepsy, and what this is obviously Abdullah Gondal's theory, that him having all of that, but that doesn't mean all the time. These guys are highly manipulative. They get what they want, and they develop narcissistic tendencies, and he might not even be hypersexual because he didn't make any babies. Some people say well, these are modern apologetics, but
yeah, but he was impotent. That's a big difference.
Yeah, so he was impotent. Maybe he was impotent, but at an older age, maybe I don't know. I really don't know. We're going in the domain we don't know. But anyway, the point here is what we're talking about here. Let's get back to the article. We're saying that okay, these guys then talk about the private lives of the Prophet, which ordinary people cannot answer.
Why, though?
Yeah, because it's embarrassing for them. There's not ordinary. Forget about this. Not ordinary. Your best ulama can't come and have a chat with me on this. Your best ulama, throw your Tariq Masood, throw him at me. I just would not move anywhere. You know that. I'll open Londis, I'll open sex slaves, I'll open Aisha's child bride, and that's it. We wouldn't go past that. That's it. Checkmate. And we know that troubles them. So anyway, so he's talking about that. ये बात निहायत परेशान कुन और नाकाबिल फहम है. So these things are very troubling for us. और चूंकि दीन और उलमाए दीन से ताल्लुक है नहीं, because these guys, now he's cussing his own people like kids. He's saying that now because kids don't listen to the scholars, that's why it's troubling for them. And they don't have any responses. Natija then, as a result, they go on Google and internet and they try to get help from the internet, where they run into more atheists and they run into their websites, and their doubts turn into real apostasy. After that, they lose their faith very at great speed. Judge Qurbani se lekar nikah aur virasat ke from Hajj to sacrifices to marriage, everything, to inheritance, everything, they become westernized and they judge Islamic values from Western standards. And after that, na'uzubillah, they call Islam a man-made religion, and they quietly apostatize. Kulam Islam ka mazak udana. So openly, some of them openly,
they openly
blaspheme.
make fun of Islam. Yeah.
Hazur Aqdas Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam ki shaan mein gustakhi, meaning they constantly make fun of the Prophet and they deny Allah's existence, and then it carries on. But
and Horace, in light of that, can we just talk about it for a minute? Did you share the news, or have we not shared it yet? Because I'm more than happy to share it. But it was literally this conversation where I swear I think you shared this last week. I'm not entirely sure, but it's when Imran Khan literally called on universities to research the harmful effects of Western culture on Pakistan's family system, right?
Yeah, we briefly spoke about it, but this is it. So they constantly shit on West in like
mental slavery. He's saying is much more dangerous than. Do you understand the nuances of what this man is saying? Like, it's ridiculous.
Exactly what this is. These guys, these mullahs, are saying that, and the same frame of mind leads to this and this.
Yes, exactly.
So Imran Khan can pretend all he likes to say, give out these tweets after these mob lynchings happen. Oh, we're trying to solve it. We're going to bring him to justice. No, the article that you just shared, he says he's just one step below them.
And can we talk about the lynching that exists? Almost literally, if you want to play this card, sure. Let's call freaking tourists let's call Gora, let's call Western tourists to our country to literally see these lynchings, these mob lynchings taking place, and they'll realize like how much the country is in love with the rulers of Islam and the state of Islam.
This is a reality. This is a reality of these scoundrels, these hypocrites.
And even days passes away. 100%. Exactly.
They have no shame, literally no shame.
He's not even balancing a fine line. Like, he is fully trying to call out the West and then also asking them for the same exact support that he calls out. It's absolutely ridiculous. If you like these videos and want to support me in my activism, then you can support me on Patreon or PayPal. Stay free, everyone.